Hi, everybody. I'm here. Okay. I apologize for being a couple of minutes late. But I am here with the updates from We Share Abundance. And with it being a weekend, there won't be an awful lot of them. But I'll let you know what's going on. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation. We've been around for a little over 5 years, putting in solid foundations. We're still an emerging nation. We are now expanding our economy to help us improve the liquidity and value of our currency. That will benefit all our citizens, because all our citizens hold our currency. We give it to them free every month, and there's no reason for anybody not to be a citizen. We don't have any fees. We don't have any obligation. You just come along, register, prove you're a real person. That's all there is to it. There are lots of things that you can get involved in if you choose, but it's totally optional. And as I say, it's in your hands. We're also a non-separatist organisation, which means that we don't pigeonhole people into different groups based on where they come from or what they look like or what their gender is or anything else. And Maya seems to be having trouble getting in. Let me turn off the waiting room. See if that helps her. Okay. What else? Yeah, we're also non-separatist. As I say, we don't pigeonhole people. We have a little affirmation that helps us with that. We just see everybody as a human being, all equal, all individually unique, all equally loved, and all treated as equals within our community. We have a little prayer before that affirmation, and that's to help us find true happiness in life. Not short-term pleasure, but a constant inner well-being, if you like. You can't buy that. You can only get it through loving service to other people. The great thing about being of loving service to other people is that it attracts into your life everything else that you want and need. So it's the ideal way to live your life, really. You don't have to stress out chasing after money or worrying about relationships. It'll all start happening for you. Before we start with that prayer, let me welcome you, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching the recording. We always record them because not everybody can get here at 7 p.m. London time. It's just not convenient for everybody. So we have them in YouTube and Facebook going all the way back to day one. But I see we've got Lewis in from Portugal, Lisbon. We've got Don in from Vancouver Island in Canada. We have Ramachandra from Watford in England, Nankyep from Nigeria, got Peter in from Toronto in Canada, Maya from Southeast England, Werner from South Africa, Maureen from London, England. So let's, somebody else, Bozina from Slovenia as well. You won't see them all here because we do stream, as I say, live on YouTube and Facebook. And some of these people are watching this as we're streaming on YouTube or Facebook. And we've got Devon in, we've got Richard in from Devon in England, not far from where I am, in Cornwall in England. Okay, so let's get started with that little prayer affirmation, and then we'll get on with the business of the day. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love bless each member, that they may find the joy of service, and through service attract true happiness and everything they want and need into their life. Amen. And the little affirmation we have, we're so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world, as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Right. I've been working on the presentation for Monday. We will have a totally different presentation on Monday for the Success Blueprint. I haven't got enough of it done to show you anything, unfortunately, because I started on it and I've rejigged it, and I thought, you know, this isn't right. So I started all over again, and it's under construction, but it will be there for the webinar on Monday at 4 p.m. I think it's going to make it a more successful way of introducing people into the Success Blueprint. Let's put it that way. I also spend a little bit of time on the robot. I've got two focuses at the moment, apart from the normal routine running things and doing everything. But my two focuses are, one is Success Blueprint. I am going to personally refer up to 25 people, well, at least 21 I think I need, that I'm going to get to that $60,000 a month level within 3 months. That doesn't mean that I'm going to stop referring at 21, because a lot of people say they'll do things and then they don't. So we're looking for people that do what they say. Walk the talk is the expression, I think, isn't it? And that'll probably mean referring quite a number more. I have sent an email out today to what's left of my list. I lost, I think, close to 400,000 subscribers on my email list. Not all in the Make Money Online niche, but a lot of them were, and with the server crash. So the numbers of people that I'm reaching is tiny compared to what I used to reach, but it doesn't matter, because I don't want that many, but I want the right people. And you should be looking the same way. You should be thinking, okay, how much do I want to make? And if you're happy with $60,000 a month, then you only need to find 3 people that will work with you, and find 3 people that will work with you and find their 3 people, and so on. It's about finding the right people. It's about sorting people rather than selling people. You've got to be able to just sort the wheat from the chaff, you know, and work with the workers and lose the losers. It sounds a bit harsh, but it's the way that you will need to build the Success Blueprint. Now, of course, if you're referring, or if people are coming into We Share Abundance for any other reason, they can get involved in all the other plans, and they can think about the Success Blueprint. And you might find somebody that joined for the 777 plan and he likes the idea of the Success Blueprint, and so on. So it doesn't mean that you've only got one axe to grind. We had, in fact, it was Richard yesterday said, are we going to get the TCC people into the Success Blueprint? And I answered no. But I am working on that robot, and it's going to go live certainly this week. I'm not going to promise a day, but certainly this week. And it goes through questions for people, and based on the answers that they get, it directs them into different groups and things. And basically there are 6 places where they can end up, and all those 6 places are going to be within We Share Abundance. So we're going to be bringing people in for the cash cow program, and I think we can get a lot of people signed up for those people that are in the cash cow. The program's closed now; you can't get in it. I would never ever run another one. It's not been good. It's not been good for me. It's not been good for the people that are in it. But we're going to make it good in the very near future. I should have known better, really, because I've been online making money since 1998, and I've been in the home business industry prior to that, before you could do anything online. But just looking at the online things, I have seen numerous plans where they promise to recruit for you, get you people in, and it's an easy way to build a big number of people, but none of them have ever worked. If you look at the biggest one that there's ever been, is on Passive. They recruited based on saying, oh, we're going to do all the work for you. That's why it's called On Passive. You don't have to do anything. You're going to make money. And they recruited over 1.5 million people. At $100 each, roughly. So they were sat on $150 million, which there's no way they could build businesses for 1.5 million people. And so when they did launch, it was nothing like they'd promised. And even that collapsed anyway. I don't know what's going on with it now. I've lost interest in it. But I think Ash Mufara is trying to salvage something from the wreckage. But they squandered an awful lot of money on things that were not necessary. And it's just one extreme example of people saying, oh, you don't need to do anything, we'll recruit for you, and all this sort of stuff. And as I say, in how long is it now? 27 years online. I've seen these plans come and go. None of them have worked. We'll be able to make it work for the Turnkey Cash Cow program simply because the program is now closed. We have a limited number of people in it, and we'll be able to push people in for those people until they get into a decent profit situation. But if we were to sell that Turnkey Cash Cow program to people, and I mean, we could do, they'd come in and then we'd have more people to find, and you know, they just never work. And so that program is closed to anybody else. We're going to make it good for the Turnkey Cash Cow members, and once they are into a substantial profit, we are going to say, okay, that's it, you're on your own. But the success blueprint, we're not even going to put it into the bundle plan because people have to really commit to it. Now, does that mean they're going to do it? No, it doesn't. But it should narrow down the number of people that don't do it. Normally, you're looking at about 1 in 7 that will have a go. And of that 1 in 7, only about 1 in 7 will really run with something. With the success blueprint and the way we've set it up, I think we can do better than 1 in 7. I think we can get maybe 1 in 3 or 4 that'll have a go. And of those, maybe half of them that will run with it. So I think we'll get a better response from that, and that's what I'm trying to build into the new presentation that we'll be doing. It is exciting because to make $1 million a month sounds like a huge task. But when you break it down, it's finding 21 people that you can work with out of literally millions of people online that want to make money and haven't succeeded so far. And that is the vast majority of them. Most of the people that are trying to make money online are either making little or nothing or losing money. The ones that are making money are still not really looking for anything, although you get one or two that are still saying, okay, I'll have a go at this and I'll have a go at that. And because a lot of the plans have a limited amount of traction that can keep going. If you look at Live Good, for example, I think they put in nearly 1 million people in their first 12 months. But I think that number is probably declining now. But the people that they've got left, a lot of them are now into buying the products. They're buying because they're selling good quality products at very competitive prices, which is unusual for anything connected with multi-level marketing. The products may be good, but they're usually like 3 times as much as you can get them on the high street. With Live Good, they tend to be less than you would pay on the high street, depending on where you live. I had a look at it. I was going to buy some and have a go at them. But with me being in the UK, the cost of packing and things made it not worth it. And I'm not really into pills and potions personally anyway. So that is a little bit of an update on where we are and what we're doing and where we're going. Every person that you refer into Vibe through the Success Blueprint is the easiest way to do it. Then they add to your income in a colossal way. If you have a person that is making $60,000, which is just getting 3 people and teaching those 3 to get 3, that's 3, 9, 27, 81, building that matrix just through 7 levels, because that's as far as you will get paid with just 3 referrals. You will only get paid on your first tier as well with 3 referrals. But each person that you refer is adding to your matrix income an equal amount to you. So if you're making 16,000 from the matrix, you've got 3 people that you've referred making 16,000 from the matrix. You're making 64,000 from the matrix because you're getting a match on their money. So it's not just your 16, but it's 3 times 16 as well, 48, and your 16 is more, isn't it? It's 50, whatever, it's 32, 64. Yeah, that's what it works out at, $64,000. Once you have 5 people that you've referred, it opens up that second tier. And it means that everybody that you refer then that gets up to making 16,000 from their matrix is actually worth $40,000 to you, a little bit over $40,000, because you've got their tier 2 coming in. So you refer somebody, and if you've referred 5 people, those 5 people are worth $40,000 each to you. So that's $200,000 plus your 16, makes your own matrix look insignificant, doesn't it? So to make $1 million a month, not just $1 million in a year or something, $1 million in a month, you can do it lots of different ways, but if everybody just comes in with 3 people and gets 3 people and gets 3 people and gets 3 people, except for you, and you go out and you get 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, you get 21 people doing that, and your income is over $1 million a month. You don't have to do it all at once. I'm going to try and do it as quickly as I can because I want those funds going into We Share Abundance. I want all our members to benefit from the plan, whether they're involved in it personally or not. And so that is where my main focus is. And I'm not really interested in looking at anything else at the moment. Don't matter how good it is, don't matter how new it is, how wonderful it is. There are things that I am involved in as well from previously, some of them fairly recently, some of them quite a long time I've been involved in them, but they'll all be on the back burner. My focus, and I believe your focus should be in the same place, is on Success Blueprint, getting as many people in as you can and helping those people get as many people in as they can. Certainly a minimum of 3 each, because it'll make you wealthy to the extent where you will never have to worry about money again. And once you've built it, which you can do in, well, you can do it in less, but you should be able to do it with a bit of effort and push and drive. You should be able to do it within 3 months. And then you never have to work again if you don't want. You probably want to. You'll probably want to help more people. But even in that 3 months, you won't have to work 12 hours a day in front of your computer or anything like that. You know, the more time you put in doing things, the quicker you'll get to your goals. But if you put in an hour a day in effective work, you should be able to reach that 64,000 or whatever it is dollars a month within 3 months. If you're not getting people to respond to you, it's because you lack enthusiasm. You know, you can say the same words in different ways. You can say, look, I'm involved in something and it's pretty good, really. I've never seen anything that's quite as good as this. And you can have a look at it if you want, because I've got a link here. You know, have a look and tell me what you think. Now, what's that person going to do? They're going to say, oh, yeah, okay. And they're going to bin it, aren't they? Boom, gone. But if you're coming at them because you believe in what we've got and because you take a pride in what you're doing, because you know we're helping people and we can help people massively, you're not going to come across that way. You're going to come across excited. You're going to come across with pride and power. And you're going to be saying, you know, hey, you've got to take a look at this. I don't care what your excuses are. Take a look at it. If you don't like it, fine, but take a look at it. You don't want to miss out on this. And that is a totally different way of presenting the same information to somebody. And if you're coming at them with that sort of enthusiasm and power and belief and pride in what you have, that you can give them, that you can help them, and that belief that you can help them, they're going to respond. Not everybody, but most of them are going to say, okay, well, I'll take a look at it. I mean, if it's got you like that, let me have a look. But if you're doing it the other way, and you're half-hearted, and you're just hoping that somebody will do something because I don't really, I don't know whether I'm doing the right thing, you know. I don't know whether, you know, I don't really want people to know I'm doing this, because they might think I'm scamming people. You know, if you're coming across with that sort of attitude, you're not going to succeed. It's as simple as that. You've got to come across with belief. And if you haven't got the belief, get out. Don't do it. If you've got the belief in what we have and what we're doing, the products within Vibe are excellent, but it's not what most people are going to be interested in. They are good and they're good value, but most people won't buy those products if there's no compensation plan attached to them. And that's a fact. But there's a big difference between getting those products for $260 or for $12.50. You know, would you buy the Vibe products for $12.50? I think most people would, if once they know what's in there. Say, yeah, $12.50, I'll have a go at that. Yeah, it's a real bargain. I think it's probably a bargain at $260, but most people aren't going to think that way. They're going to think $260, oh, can do a lot with that in other ways. But for $12.50, people are going to enjoy having those products. But they're even then not going to buy those products for the $12.50, even though they can. $12.50 and a bit of sweat. They're going to get involved, because for $12.50 and a bit of sweat, they can change their life for the better financially forever, and in a relatively short space of time. Yeah, they're going to have to put in a bit of effort, not that much. The big effort is going to be because they're going to have to get out of the comfort zone, because they're going to have to do things that they haven't done before. Because if they'd done them before, they wouldn't be where they are now. Okay? They would be further up the scale. But there are people that are in Vibe that have done it before. And they're going to be in at the top, and they're going to be pitching, and they're going to be building their matrix, and they're going to fill that matrix up from a company point of view. I don't know how long it'll take. They've got 70,000 pre-registered. I'd be surprised if they got 10,000 in paid as members when they actually get people to pay for the packages. But we'll have to wait and see. We don't know. Okay? But then is when the work starts. Then is when the building starts. Now, we're pre-building through the Success Blueprint. And you can get in as many people as you can get in. It doesn't do you any harm. It helps everybody build their matrix. We had somebody said to me, wasn't today, I don't think it was yesterday, it might have been the day before, but recently, said, I see I've got 3 people already on my front line. Does that mean I don't have to do anything? So I said, no, it doesn't mean you've not got to do anything. It means you've got 3 people on your front line. But those people are not going to follow you into Vibe. They're not going to benefit you in Vibe for matching checks or anything like that, because those people have been introduced by someone else into Vibe, and they're going to take the benefit from the Vibe matching checks and everything. They will give you a small benefit in the matrix as they get into Vibe, because they'll be spillover in the Vibe matrix, so you'll make $15, but that's all you're ever going to make from them. Now, if you personally introduce people, you're going to make $40,000 from them. If you introduce 5 people, it's a bit less. It's about 30,000 or something, is it, or whatever? 16. No, it's only it's 16,000, isn't it? If or 16 and a half, or whatever it is. If you only introduce 3 people, well, that's still good money. It's a lot better than $5, isn't it? So you've still got to get out there, and you've still got to build your network. You've still got to get 3 people. You've still got to do your bit. And it's not just because you want those 3 people in, it's so that you know how it's done. And you don't know how it's done until you've done it. You know, we're not in the business of what a lot of people are on the internet. They can't do it, so they teach it. And there are a lot of those about, believe me, you know, and they approach me and they say, you know, you're doing things all wrong. Oh, am I? Okay. How much are you making? Well, that's none of your business. Okay. When you can prove you're making X amount, come back to me because that'll be more than I'm making. What, you mean you're making that much? Yeah. You can't be because you're doing it all wrong. Okay. Off you go. So don't get into that. Get into the, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to find my 3 people. It might mean I've got to introduce 6, 9, 12. I don't know. Until I get 3 people that will get 3 people. The others, they'll be in the matrix as long as they pay their $12.50, but they're not going to be of any great benefit to themselves. They might make a little bit of money, but the main income you're going to get is from helping those people. And that's what life is about. And that's what We Share Abundance is about. It's about helping people, caring for them and saying, look, I can change your life for the better. That's what I'm here to do. That's what I'm here to tell you. I can change your life for the better. Or at least I can help you. I can show you how to do it. I can't do it for you, unfortunately. But I can guide you so that you can look back on this day and say, that was the day that changed my life totally, gave me financial and time freedom. So that's what we're about. So you've got to have that conviction, that belief that you can really help people, because that's what this is all about. And if you're not helping people, you're not going to succeed. Well, that's the way it is. Okay. Now then, I don't have any other news really. We do have the raffle to run. We're still not back on track with random withdrawals. Maybe by next week, this time next week, maybe, fingers crossed. I don't think it'll be before then. We'll be able to get back into it, and we'll ease our way back in gradually as we see how things are going. Another thing, we've 1 or 2 people wanting to withdraw money. We should be able to get those back up and working on Monday. I'm not sure what time on Monday. It needs a little bit of adjustment doing in a few places. But if not Monday, Tuesday, I would say it's almost certain. I don't like to promise a particular day because if it doesn't happen, I get people wagging a finger, quite rightly. You promised that it would be, so I'm not promising, okay? But I think we will have them up early, either Monday or Tuesday, all being well. That's as far as I'm prepared to go on that. So let's have a look at the raffle. I don't think I've sent any messages out about it. In fact, I've only sent 2 messages this week, I think, altogether. So there probably won't be an awful lot of tickets that have been sold. I've no idea how many. I've no idea what's been going on with it. My fault if they haven't been sold because I've not mentioned it. Where do we go? Am I logged into an account? Yeah, I'm still logged in. Okay, let me do a screen share. Where? Share screen. Window. We don't want Facebook. We share abundance. No. What's happening here? That's there. Okay, got it. Right, okay. So here we are, we're logged in to admin account. As you know, if it's Frami or Rosa or Rosita, those accounts don't count. The money would go straight into into the charity pool from any winnings there, because they are not real. Well, I'm a real person, but I'm only an admin. I'm not a beneficiary from the raffle. And the other two accounts are just test accounts that we always buy a few tickets for to help, try and help boost the charity pot. So let's have a look how many we sold. Where are we? View details. No, that's not what I want. What is it I want? View current ticket statistics. My word, that is worse than I expected. How many have we got? We've only sold 43 tickets. We're definitely going to be making a loss on that, unless Frami, Rosa or Rosita are winners. Okay, well, nothing we can do about it. I'll have to make sure I promote it a bit better next week. So let's roll on the drums and see who is going to win this time. It says draw already taken out for this week. I must have double clicked it perhaps or something there. It says 58-second prizes. You can't have 58-second prizes for 43 tickets. Something wrong with that, isn't there? Let me... How do we get back to? We'll have a look at the winners. Here, I think. No, that's not what we want. Wait. Oh, that's draw results. There we go. There's something wrong with that because we've got 60 odd tickets and we've only sold. We've got 59 entries, people winning. Something totally wrong with that. We'll have to have a look at it on Monday and get it sorted out, and we'll redraw on Monday. But that is no way it's correct. I'm sorry, folks, but it didn't work right. That at all, did it? 43 tickets sold, and it's wrong. It's as simple as that. So let's get back here. I do apologize for that. I'll have to get that sorted out on Monday as well. Bozina from YouTube. We've got Bozina from Edinburgh and we've got Bozina from Slovenia. I don't know what's going on, but my wallet shows I have already won Raffle second prize for today's draw. I don't know what's going on either, Bozina. We'll have to have a look at it. We'll have to reverse any entries that have gone through. I've no idea what's going on. I've no idea what happened, but it's totally wrong. So it will all be reversed, and we'll hopefully run it again on Monday on the live. Okay, so there we go. Let's just pray for everybody that they are successful. Build your enthusiasm. Understand what we're doing for people, and you will not fail to get people referred. Okay. I don't have any time. I've not been doing anything really, but I usually bring an average of at least one person a day in to We Share Abundance. It's not hard if you believe in what we have. Okay, I'll be here tomorrow anyway. I'll be here first of all at 4 p.m. tomorrow with the Success Blueprint. Be on the call and bring along some of your people. Get them on the call with you. And I'll then be on again at 7 p.m. tomorrow. And that one will be streaming in Facebook and YouTube as well as live. And hopefully we'll be in a position to run the raffle and do. Okay. More than that, I cannot say. God bless. And I'll see you all tomorrow, 4 o'clock or 7 o'clock, or both of them, or maybe even on the recording. God bless you all and enjoy the rest of your day.